I would like to introduce the person that created the name, the poet that created the name Loisaida. The reason this, the Puerto Ricans, we always have a hard time saying Loisaida before we learn how to speak English. It took a poet to come and say, well, if we cannot say Loisaida, let's invent a name that we could say. And out of the language Spanglish, a great poet came out from this community and invented a name which, since 1964, we wrote a play about it, Don Quixote Loisaida. And also, I would like to say, that name has become the rhythm and the spirit of this community. Okay, and now the Loisaida, the poet that created the name Loisaida, I would like to introduce to you the great Bimbo Rivas.
Wow! Man, I was waiting for that introduction, boy. I knew it was going to be tremendous because Chino has a favor to pay back, and he's paying it. One time, Chino and I went up to the mountains to write that play that we did all those years ago. And I want you to know, for the artists that are here, for the wonderful, wonderful, beautiful people that have given part of their lives in presenting us this wonderful gift of this art that is in these murals. This is why we're here today. This is a dedication to this community and to the other communities around us that find ourselves plagued by decay, and we find that we can change those decayed walls and make them beautiful. That we have a generation of artists that are determined to find those cancerous areas in our community and erase them, get them out in many areas. It is to those people and those workers that make these things happen that poem that we wrote a long time ago, Chino and I, to them it was dedicated. And to the generations of artists that have passed through these walls. Before, that very picture that you see in the corner over there in the east wall was gracing that wall, but as a greater mural, and then that was covered with tar. I don't know how many of you guys remember that, but we had a painful event in our hearts when that happened, but then now we have a more beautiful mural yet, plus we have parts of the mural that was there. And a new generation of artists are manifesting themselves today and are saying to us, to me and Chino, Bimbo, go ahead, do what you're doing, continue to develop this cultural aspect, try to make the Lower East Side a mecca, a beautiful place where Latin culture can thrive, as you just saw Tico Tico. To that effect, we know that we are in an international community. Look, just by looking around you. And the Hispanic aspect of the culture that is developing in this community is one of the last aspects that has come through this community, because this has been a community that traditionally cradled immigrants. That these immigrants used the spaces, the apartments, to raise their children and to use the Lower East Side as a stepping stone into the greater American dream. This generation of people no longer wanted to be a stepping stone but a permanent home. We that have been expatriated from Puerto Rico have found in the Lower East Side an area that we can truly say is part ours because we have helped to save it. We have been the frontiersmen of this wilderness, the frontierswomen, the families that weathered the destruction that they played upon us, the families and the people that weathered and fought back and resisted at the time when it was necessary to resist, so that today there could be an ambience for a community that can accept this internationalism that we're talking about, that we have right here in this gathering. And we're still here. And we're going to continue to be here. To these people that made these murals possible, thank you, thank you, thank you. And one more time, I will bring fragments of that poem, and I want specially to thank Eva Cockcroft, a wonderful lady that has, that's just an aside. She's going to come in and she has the whole thing laid out. We're going to give homage where homage is due. We're going to treat these heroes and heroines like the heroes and heroines that they are, not later on when the art is going to be supposedly famous or after they die, but today when they can enjoy and they can feel the warm thanks of your applause and your recognition for their work. Thank you. So this is what this is about today. It's a celebration, it's a dedication of the murals, and it's a thank you for the artists, all the people that made it possible. To commemorate that event, this is fragments of that poem. Dice así. Mana. Spanglish is alive and well, this brand new tongue, and the magic of its language, expressing lovely thoughts both in English and in Spanish. Woo! A whole generation of artists giving brand new stimulation to the sonorous Spanglish language. Is this magic that I mentioned? Puerto Rican Spanish thoughts mixed with apple pie and peanuts give our souls a revelation that we do not want to keep with us. Los niñitos comen candy. People caminan in subways. Negritos still can't stay still, the little children. And the rhythm of drumbeats abrazan los rugby's, pero el güiro rehúsa morir. ¿Y qué pasa, my friend, con la raza? ¿Qué pasa? No somos ni de allá ni de aquí. We are somewhere in the middle. We are brand new in our thoughts, our emotions, conditions, and speed. Sabemos del héroe de la Sierra Maestra, de Fidel, de Miguel de Cervantes, del Coco que habla y de Martí el Liberador. También sabemos que don Pedro Albizu Campo was right. Para ser libre, one has to fight. La lucha continua. Even Patrick Henry, el americano, una vez dijo, give me liberty or give me death, but freedom for us was not his quest. No matter. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa, my friend, con la raza? ¿Qué pasa? Yo soy boricua y lo son mis hijos, aunque nacieron en Nueva York. Ese terruño de las Antillas, Puerto Rico, hoy me fascina. Y a veces creo que esto es un sueño, que no es verdad, que Uncle Sam no es un bandido, que Puerto Rico no es oprimido, que somos libres, que hay un futuro noble y sincero para Borinquen con plebiscitos and things like that, but I wake up and I realize that dreams are dreams and facts are facts. I'm in New York, I'm in the ghetto, I cry for work and food and clothes. Roaches don't make me suck anymore. I share my flats with 10 big rats, and when I wake up and I realize that I am hungry, that I have worked all day and half the night, and I still can't buy a decent living for my brats, that gets me angry, nearly go mad, and they tell me that I'm responsible for that, and you know deep in your heart that that's a lie. Am I a citizen of the greatest nation in the world, or am I not? That is the question that I asked. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your warm reception of that poem. Thank you, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Eva. In the name of the people of Loisaida, I thank you all for being here, and the artists that made this possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Eva. Tico! Woo! Tico is coming right back to continue the next phase of the entertainment for today, and I'll be back again with Eva and the rest of the people. Okay, and Roberto from Nicaragua. Vaya.